Hello, hello. I'm Alyssa, back to commentate another bingo match. And today it's Quado versus Marclap. I'm joined here by my wonderful co-commentator, Throw. Say hi, Throw.
Hi.
And we are both very excited for this match. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Studio.
So Quado is well known in the bingo community. He won the last tournament actually, and
Yes.
is number one seeded in this one.
Kilmila report. They were also number one seeded in the last tournament where they were partnered with our favorite Pale Lurker, our favorite Pale Lurker tutorial maker, Palm. But yes, joined by Quado is Marclap. They played a match earlier this week versus Tigran, which they won pretty decidedly, I think. Didn't they? You commentated
Yeah,
that match. Do you remember if they won by
yeah.
line or
I think it was win by majority.
it was win by majority? I see.
Oh, actually, remembering it now, it was they thought they won by majority,
Oh,
but
okay. We
there
don't
was
have
still
to.
a line available.
We
But
don't have to revisit that. We don't have to revisit that.
yeah, that was yeah.
I can put that. I want to put that match behind me forever. Um, okay, but I'm excited for this match. Quado has been wondering where all the dive boards are, and maybe this is a dive board. I don't know, but we can look at the dive goals for sure. We have
Yeah, I mean, I see Flower to Elderbug and 420 Georock, and that's about it.
okay, and our runners have gotten started, and I am starting the timer. I did. Sorry, I'm really
Yes.
excited about that. I'm way too. Yeah. Okay. We can take a look at row four as well, because as many of you all know, Kara has a bounty on row four.
Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, Kill Mila is obviously the C dash rush goal.
Mm-hmm.
Two Soul Warriors is more helped by Alyssa out though, and then
Yeah.
obviously you have the dive goal of 420 Geo Rock.
Well, I think it actually is pretty fast to go and sell your idol and buy Elegant Key that way. I think Marcus timed it
It's
as
about 30
only 30
seconds.
seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Um, Marcus is saying that there's 9 Dream Nail goals on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got 8.
Mamu.
Okay, 9. We have 9. I tried to forget about
I
Marmu.
also noticed we have Bretta Sly and Sprint Master Dash Master on the board.
That is
Even
so
more
nice.
incentive to get early Bretta.
It's definitely not bait. Definitely not bait.
Definitely not bait, but it's still incentive. It's there.
And Fragile Heart, Grid and Strength, and give Divine Charm synergy in the same row.
Very true.
Let's see. I think both of them have broken the first Geo Rock, which means they're probably undecided on what route, or they are very decided and we just have no indication of what route they're taking yet. We'll see. Marclap not
Quado
falling too
expected.
behind Quado yet.
Well, yes, but also Quado had to go back for a second and pick up some extra Geo.
I see. What good lines are there?
I actually like row three.
Row 3, 0, Crystal Guardian 1, Flower to Elderbug, 5 Holiness Seals have 1500 Geo in the bank. I feel like it's
Yeah,
so unlikely you're going to get all of those goals.
I suppose CG1 you're less likely to get if you're getting 5 Helena Seals and 1500 Geo in the bank.
And 0. Okay. Both players collecting 50 Geo for Crossroads Stag. We'll see what they decide. Let's see, what advantage do they get by going dive? Failed champion.
Literally Flower to Elderbug and 420 Geo Rock and
And
Fail Jump, I
yeah,
guess.
failed champion, kind of. Yeah.
Not really a whole lot of incentive.
We'll see. We'll see. Row 3 is unrushable. You have the coin flip 0 CG1. Yeah, that's kind of fair. It's kind of fair. Um, what else?
Marcus is saying that he doesn't think there's a single line without Dream Nail requirement.
Hmm. So yeah,
I think that is accurate.
Dreamnail is 9 goals. I can understand getting it and skipping it on this board.
Yeah, honestly, I understand that.
Okay, let's see what Quado does. Okay, both players in the False Knight arena.
And I think Quado is probably going to skip it, just getting damage for fun. Yeah.
Is Marclap? They're not.
This
Are
is
they?
only the first stagger. Yeah. Also skipping.
Okay. But will they both pick up Soul Catcher? That's what we need to
I hope so.
know.
Soul Catcher is good. Do not skip Soul Catcher.
And hello, AOJ in chat. I hope you're having fun at GGQ. Okay. Quado
Yeah, there
picking
are no
up.
essence requirements on the board, but there is a lot of Dreamnail goals.
And a lot of, let's see. What do you need money for? Spend
5k Geo,
Fragile Heart and Strength.
1500 Geo in the bank.
Yeah, it's like 100 Geo. That barely counts. Oh,
Yeah.
Master Dash Master. Mostly a 5,000 Geo.
Yeah, it is mostly the 5000 Geo, but you can kind of just accumulate that.
100,
Especially with all the
200.
things that are on this board that give Geo.
Can you just get Dreamgate with the Dreamnail goals? Is it possible?
Kind of. But there's not really much incentive to actually finish getting Dreamgate, because, I mean, I guess there's Monomon, but not a
Yeah,
whole lot of
never
hard
mind.
saves.
Yeah,
There's no Abyss.
there's no Abyss. The biggest hard save is Dive.
Yeah, because Monomon's not that hard of a hard save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quado picking up Soul Catcher. Hopefully,
And
Marclap will
slightly
also
ahead.
pick it up. Yeah, and they're slightly ahead. I think the difference will get more pronounced in Green Path. Quado is
Yeah,
very,
probably.
very fast. They have won like every tournament that I can remember, besides the first tournament, which was won by Python for the first Bingy tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know one thing Quado might not win in, and that's Godhome.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Let's see if they'll be lucky with Boulder Spits, though. Okay, ready.
15 spits incoming.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not too bad.
Oh, okay, only 4.
Yeah. The Binky gods are on Quado's side today.
I have a little bit of trauma from that boulder, because in my match it spit, like, I think it was 9 times. Okay. Whoa, double.
Okay, is there any incentive to open Green Pass Stag on this board?
5 Hellenist Seals, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't get it just for that.
I wouldn't either. I don't think that
Yeah.
there's actually a good reason to. There's not even any grub goals.
Yeah, no grub goals. Nothing even in like Howling Cliffs. Well, that is lower down. That is close by.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't really need Green Pass Stag on this board. Do you need to kill Venge Viking? I don't
No.
think I see anything.
Yeah, this is very much just like skip everything.
Yeah. You just get Helena Seals.
Marclap does hit the fireball skip. And of course Quado hits the second one.
Okay. So yeah, this should probably. I think if you rush C dash, you have priority on CG1. Like if you just rush C dash, kill 2 Soul Warriors and kill Myla.
Yeah.
If you don't get Dreamnail, you're probably having priority on these 4 goals. Is there
Yeah, but if
anything
you
else I'm
get
missing?
Dreamnail, you have priority on all of the Dreamnail goals.
Yeah, I also think you have advantage towards 5 Holiness Seals because you can get the seal from 0.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
you'd lose that if they go autopilot seal.
you could kind of consider doing Tebbles here, couldn't you? Because you have Elder Who and Zero.
I don't know if Tebbles is ever worth it. I'm sorry, Moch. Oh, and Galeon. True. This is actually a very... Do you know what? I don't hate it. and
You could
Trampa.
genuinely consider Tebbles and then early Trampas.
Yeah, you could see, but I don't think I've ever seen it be amazing. But I'd like to see it Tebbles. I'd like to see it. If someone went Tebbles, I'd be happy with that.
I
Quatopine
think
not
this is
opening Green
about as
Pass.
Tebbles as you could do.
Yeah, that's true. Quatopine not opening Green Pass Sag, going right into Hornet. Marclap taking the time to fight Moss Knights.
Gob, no, you do not need Claw for 0
Oh,
because
this
you can just
is,
pogo the object.
and people wonder why.
Marclap is on 1 HP.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not realizing
Okay.
that you are able to pogo through the shield, but
I'm
1 HP is a bit scary.
I'm very stressed out right now. Please go heal off the Fool Eater. Okay. Let's not die to the Fool Eater. I'm just very stressed out by this. Quado having a very fast Hornet fight, in my opinion. I don't know what a good Hornet fight is. Okay. We're at 2 health.
Good Hornet fight has lots of doubles.
Okay. Marclap grabbing the journal and healing off the Fool Eater. So we're going into Hornet with 2 health instead of 1.
And it
And
looks like Quado is not doing Tebbles, unfortunately. I
yeah.
think he very much could have and would still be completely fine.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Let's see if yep, they're gonna bench Leg Eater.
So it
Uh
does look like Quado is doing Alyssa out,
Quado
which
hasn't
was
done
shown
Alyssa right in a
earlier.
while.
Yeah, I've seen Quado doing a lot of any percent.
Yeah, or they've been kind of going through to Queen Station through the little shortcut.
Yeah. Yeah, 14-second Hornet is ideal.
Yeah, 14-second Hornet is ideal. CG1 plus CG2 on the board. I'm just saying, that's definitely fair, but I hope.
Yeah, but there's not much other incentive for wings, really.
Well, I mean, also, I think Python is implying you should do a CG2 shade skip, but
Also, I did lie. There is Abyss Shriek on the board. That's the only Abyss goal,
okay. Yeah, I
which I
think
still don't think you need Dreamgate for.
okay,
Tipples into CG2 skip there. That would be something.
okay, we got it. Got Epogo. It was second try, right?
I didn't actually see. I didn't notice if it was first or second try.
Yeah, Markloff is very kind of far behind. I think the doing the Moss Knights was very took a lot of time
Well, it
and
was Moss
health.
Knight plus VFK.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think it.
wait. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
Marclap is okay.
Let's bench.
Was just thinking about what to do.
Okay. Quado has acquired Claw and is proceeding through Alyssa route. They did not pick up Sprint Master, Dash Master as far as I'm aware, right? I would have seen that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that he didn't.
Giving up both those goals early on. I'm surprised they didn't. They haven't really been in all their seeding matches. I haven't seen them go to Alyssa route, so
Well, I think in this kind of case, it's Quado probably knows he's the better player. I'm sure he thinks he could like afford to get Brettasly and still be ahead, but he doesn't want to, I guess, play it too risky.
yeah. It's more like they like to open that shortcut. Why are we not getting Palm Relic? That
Wow,
relic is so
skipping
fast.
Palm Relic. We hate
And
Palm,
I think it's a 5 Helena Seals Rush. It has to be.
probably.
We'll
I
probably
don't
see.
hate it because
Yeah,
it does put you closer to 5k Geo and Shade Soul.
true. Palm Relic is so fast though.
It is.
I think you can't get 5 Helena Seals. You can't get 5K on 5 Helena Seals alone.
No, you can't. 5 Helena Seals is 2,250 Geo.
Okay, benching. This is a I think autopilot Helena Seal
We're
play.
doing Manta Safari, by the way.
Yeah, Marklop doing a Manta Safari. Yeah, we've seen that a few times this tournament. It's funny because Quado is Palm's partner in the last tournament.
Yeah, and then we're just skipping Palm Relic.
Skipping
Can't
Palm
believe
Relic
this.
on 5,000 geos on the board. Yeah. But they're gonna have their second Hollowness Seal before Marclap has Claw.
Oh, Marclap is about to have Claw. Oh, 1 HP.
Let's take a
Falling
heal.
down.
We'll take a double heal. Okay, we're trying.
We're gonna try to pogo.
Okay,
Yeah, 1
it's
HP.
not working out.
Going all the way around. Again. Oh, very close.
Okay, Quado stacking to Dirtmouth to get Wellick for their third Hollowness Seal.
And then we just go straight to City and get the last two, I guess.
I think so.
Wonder if we'll skip any percent journal. Surely not, right?
They skipped
That's
Palm
like the
Relic.
same speed as Palm Relic, though.
They skipped Palm Relic. Okay. Marclap, I think this is gonna be going for Bredasly. Which
Yeah, probably.
nope.
Or we're getting the Village Journal.
Yep.
I don't really like Village Journal here.
No, I think they just want some extra money. I think I prefer. Okay, they're going for Bredasly. Do you want? It's gonna give Quado a lot of information, but at least Marclap is gonna have priority on some goals. And I
it's
would
gonna
like to see
have
Marclap
goals.
mark goals in this
Yes.
game.
I don't want it to be a complete blowout. Then it's just not a great match.
We'll see.
Not bad cleanup from Quado for
Yeah.
growth.
At this rate, it might just be row 3.
I think so as well.
Like in reality, they shouldn't get all of those goals, but
It might end up going that way,
I
yeah.
might end up going that
Because
way.
1500 Geo in the bank. I mean, with how far Marclap is behind, I'm not sure. Because Dreamnail is still, you still have to get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Quado's setting up the Shade Skip.
Yeah, and Quado's gonna get a lot of information by this Bredasly mark. But we're
when
still
it
like,
comes around, yeah.
yeah, we still haven't even opened Queens yet. We're over charming Dashmaster Soul Catcher.
I
I
don't
don't
usually like
know.
this because the over charming animation takes a while.
We've been on 1 health a lot already. I don't know how I feel about this. Let's see if Quado decides to get 0. I would think not, but there's always a possibility. And we're saying no to Dreamnail
Yeah,
early.
we're on 1 HP now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
at least it went fast. Surely nothing bad will happen until we get to Queen Station.
Yeah. Quado did skip Dreamnail, so we're not seeing a row 3 immediate win anyway.
Are you watching on my OBS stream?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, perfect.
I just wasn't paying attention to Quado's stream.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Marclap getting Palm Relic. So all the Palm Relic enjoyers in chat.
We love Palm Relic.
Yeah.
Favorite relic.
Spore Seal.
Definitely not because it's Palm.
Okay. Quado grabbing the seal above King Station, and that's their 4th Hollowness Seal.
And Marclap is going to Queen Station very soon.
Yes. They're so behind, though.
Yeah, I sure hope we aren't going for the 5 Hollowness Seals.
I hope so, too. At least that's going to be marked very soon. But let's see if Quado will get right side rafters. No, we are going for the Hollowness Seal. That's so unlucky. This is going to be so demotivating for Marclap to see this marked.
Yeah. And it's going to be marked about at the time that he picks up Autopilot Seal.
Yeah. Quado made this movement look so easy.
We're going to see right side rafters?
Will we see it? No, we didn't get it. Unfortunate.
Clearly, this means that all the people who did right side rafters are better than Quado, right?
Definitely. Left side rafters it is. Okay. 5th seal. The goal should be marked. Okay,
Yep,
it's
and we're
marked.
right here at autopilot.
Okay, well, at least Marclap doesn't have to get Wellick. What are we doing? We don't need race.
I think we are getting wraiths for some reason.
What do they think this is? They think this is all skills?
Maybe they think that this is how you get to Green Path route. I don't know. Oh,
Maybe,
getting wraiths for Shriek, maybe?
yeah.
I
It's
think it's a bit early to try to do that. You
yeah.
have more important things to worry about.
You want 0 in this case, in this scenario. I think you got a little bit of time to get 0.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even though it loses time to come back for wraiths, it's not worth spending so much time getting wraiths in early game when you need to be getting your equipment.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe it's just like a commitment to row 1.
Maybe.
Row 1 or bust. They are going to have priority on Rescue Breath Sly and Abyss Shriek.
And Sprint Dash Master.
Yeah. And Sprint Master Dash Master. Okay. Okay,
I
skipping
think
Wellick
Quado could definitely
correctly
go for
because
a 4.
they already got the autopilot seal, so they don't really need anything else. They should be
Yeah,
good on money.
I would like a row 4 rush from Quado.
I would like
Pogax?
I would like 0 from Marclap.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially when you see that 5 Hollowness seals marked just so early.
Yeah, you can kind of just tell that Quado is on his way to C-Dash right now. Ooh, get God Pixel.
Okay. Picking up the King's Idol. They're probably wondering, what is Marclap doing? This mark will give them a lot of information.
We have so much information.
I feel like they're only there.
That seems a bit mean.
Oh, to be fair, they've done a lot.
Yeah, they have.
But like Quado is really fast.
And here's the mark. And CG1 is done as well at the same time.
Okay. Let's see. I think Marclap will do 0.
I think so too. Because this also tells Marclap that, well, Dreamnail probably hasn't been gotten.
Oh, yeah, we also forgot about Quado didn't do, I think maybe someone mentioned this in chat, that they didn't get 1,500 U in the bank and they had the money.
That is funny, actually. Maybe Marclap can end up sniping that.
Yeah. I think they'll probably want that now. They'll probably sell the idol and maybe do that.
Probably.
And then maybe.
Marclap will be too slow to that.
Okay, I'm just actually, I don't want to get too ahead of myself on predictions because then I'll just be wrong.
True.
Okay, yep, we're getting Dreamnail from Marclap. This is absolutely the right decision.
Ooh!
Oh my gosh.
Quado messing up Underplat and having to do Crystal Peak again. Actually, this is probably like best case scenario for Marclap.
Yeah, this is definitely the best case scenario for Marclap. That was crazy.
I can't believe it. Well, here we go through Peak again.
No CG2CA skip. I'm rooting for Marclap now from Python. That's funny. Yeah,
I think this is gonna be something we have to bring up with Quado.
Yeah.
Almost, warping out of Crystal Peak.
In my beginner's guide, I say 3 health for the CG1 or CG1 gauntlet for a reason. Getting Pogax though? Getting Pogax?
Second time in a row.
I don't know if Quado opened any
Quado did
levers.
not open any levers.
You know what? I think
Generally speaking, you don't open the levers in Peak unless you are missing God Pixel. Unless you are getting the grubs.
okay.
Or did we open this arena? Maybe we did open it.
Maybe we did open it.
Oh, we probably opened the upper one, but not the bottom one. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I think opening the upper one is always a safe bet, just in case.
Liberator. Okay, so Dreamnail has been acquired from Marclap. I think we'll probably see them rush
0 now.
0.
And now we're gonna see Crystal Peak being complete.
On 3 health instead of 1.
And succeeding in underplat.
Yeah.
That's always the risk. Underplat is like half a second time save if you hit it, and 5 minutes time loss if you don't.
They didn't technically die. They
5
were just
minutes if you
going to
do.
die and they quit out. Okay.
Same difference, really.
Okay, we're gonna see a 0 mark soon from, let's see. They're gonna do it. Okay. They're doing 0. They got
Where
race.
are we going with Quado here?
They're
Oh,
gonna
kill
kill
Mila,
Mila,
yeah.
of course. And they opened
We
the
love killing
lever.
Mila.
We'd love it when people open the lever to kill Mila.
We love it when people kill Mila, period.
That's true.
Hate Mila.
Yeah. She committed war
There's
crimes.
0.
Okay, Mila is marked. I wonder if Marclap is confused about the time between CT1 and Kill Mila.
Probably.
Okay, 0 marked. Row 3
Wonder.
Dream is dead.
I wonder if Marclap thinks that Quado died, or just, I don't know, something else happened,
They
or
probably
Quado
thought
was doing something else.
they probably thought, oh, maybe Quado decided to get a pale or something for fun.
Maybe.
Okay, this might be. I think this is gonna be a Lum cell for sure. My prediction is 1500 Geo in the bank from Quado into 2 Soul Warriors. That is my prediction.
I like that as well. And I think maybe we might even see Quado get dive going for row 4, but I don't think it'll happen. But there's a chance.
Okay, we have a Lum cell. This was my prediction earlier, but I was afraid to be wrong. Yep, we're locking in 1500 Geo in the bank. Yeah.
Yesterday there was a funny thing with Joe when Joe was playing a bingo match, doing early Nosk, and Nosk went into the ceiling immediately 6 times in a row.
Look
It
at
was very funny to watch.
Alyssa. Looking at the runner board is illegal. I'm not on the runner board. Wait, what? I'm not on the runner board. I don't look at the runner board.
1500 Geo in the bank is done.
My prediction. See, I just didn't want to vocalize my predictions because then I'm wrong. That's true. Let's see. We're gonna get 2 Soul Warriors. 2 Soul Warriors, except for they're gonna
Looks like
change
it.
mind. They're gonna change their mind to get something random. That's always what happens.
Gonna change his mind and then get, I don't know, dive first.
Okay. I was actually right about something. I was actually right. I'll take it. They've spent 3,440 Geo.
And Marclap still hasn't gone into Crystal Peak.
But they do have Dream Nail priority and Sprint Master Dash Master priority.
I agree. Honestly, I might genuinely consider just doing the CG2 Shade Skip if I'm Marclap and not getting C Dash and then trying to rush row 1.
Do they I like row 1 for Marclap. But do they know about the CT2 stage skip? I
There's
don't
a
know
good
how much
chance that
bingy
there
they've
isn't.
played. Yeah, I don't know how much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think skipping C Dash and trying to get row 1 is not terrible.
I agree. When you're gonna get Howling Race early like they did, I think you gotta have to commit to something like row 1.
Ooh.
This is
Oh. Whoa. Okay, that was very close.
this game has already taken like 5 years off my life with all the amount of time people have been at 1 health. Yeah.
And Quado, Crystal Peak incident.
Yeah, Marcus is mentioning divine synergy with fragile charms. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, Marclap is rich. 2,600 Geo. Or they're gonna have
I think we're gonna see Crystal Peak though, unfortunately.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what they decide. They could do something
Yeah.
interesting.
When you're playing against Quado, you do kind of have to think outside of the box.
True. But you know what? Quado can make mistakes too. Like they almost died in
As we saw.
peaks. Yeah. They had to quit out. This is so Quado's gonna pick up Shade Soul, and then they'll be probably right next to the second Soul Warrior.
I do wonder if we're going to get Dive in a row 4 rush.
It could be row 4.
I do think there's a good chance that Marclap will try to snipe Galien, though.
Is there any non-dream nail? There's no. I think Marcus was pointing out there is no non-dream nail lines.
Yeah, you need Dream Nail if you want to line someone.
Yeah. Okay. This should be at least Norman 1. While Marclap is. Oh, I think this is.
I think this is Galien.
This is Galeon.
So I think we're killing row 4, nipping it in the bud before it's too late.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I kind of.
Rip the row 4 dream.
I don't think. I don't know if Quado would. Yeah, they're not. They weren't even going for row 4.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I think this is going to be Dream Nail from Quado now.
Probably. But you know, Markup does have Wraiths for Galien, which is the best spell, apart from Shriek.
Of course. Yes, you love race, especially for Lostkin.
I have no idea how to use Wraiths on Lostkin, actually.
Ask OJ. They that's their favorite way to kill Lostkin. Okay, Marclap grabbing some of this deep death synergy. Let me actually highlight.
I don't hate getting mimics.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's kind of scary because now you're on 1 HP.
They've been on 1 HP this whole game. They do have they do have Lantern also. Please.
We also don't have Shaman Stone equipped as Marclap.
As per usual. So Trampass, talk to Midwife, Galien, kill 4 mimics. That's like 4 goals, right?
Yeah, I actually do like early Deep Mist here.
Yeah.
Especially in Marclap's position where you know that C-Dash is already Quados. I thought we were going to see a warp out there.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm like, I don't think 4 mimics is worth it, but who knows? See, Marclap can still do a CG2 Shade Skip, while Quado cannot. They have to get wings now.
Very true.
But Quado is picking up Dream Nail.
And I think, I don't know if we're going to see Quado go for Elder Who and getting Fragiles.
I mean, if I'm Quado, I'm just...
He's 68 Geo short.
Oh, they can get a relic and sell
Well, for 68 Geo, I think you kind of just want to...
What can they kill?
Break a couple rocks, probably.
Yeah, they can probably break some rocks and get that.
Like, there's the 3 rocks before Fungal, that's 45, and then just a little extra.
True. Let's see. They're opening Resting Ground Stag. I think they're realizing they can't get a line without Dream Nail.
Yeah, definitely.
This is raising my blood pressure, Oatmeal. True. Oh, yeah, false. You can do false 8 for 200. That's true.
Very true.
Don't hate it. Then you have it killed for Field Champion later. Did Marclap bench?
No.
Okay.
Which I don't mind that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think we're going to go straight to Galien.
Yeah. Quatopine
but we
killing
don't have
G-Husk.
Lantern.
Oh, Quato didn't kill G-Husk earlier. I just assumed they did.
But we do have Lantern, never mind.
They're going to be able to lock in 5,000 Geo now, along with Fragile Heart.
Charms.
Yeah. I think they're going to be a little bit short for 5,000 Geo with the Fragile Charms, but...
This is too far for Galien. There we go. Just a bit of game knowledge, knowing where Galien is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Some things are forgettable, especially in Deepness, where almost everything looks the same.
Did they by any chance put on Shaman Stone?
No.
Okay, great. Well, let's hope they get the
It's fine.
lifeblood.
We have wraiths. We have wraiths.
Race with Shaman would be better.
I mean, obviously, but yeah, we're gonna get a Galeon kill. It'll be fine. I wonder if Quado's gonna move straight into Elder Who after this.
I think I would if I was Quado.
I would too.
You just don't want to get lined. That's the only way you lose this at this point.
There's the 3 fragile charms.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think we're probably gonna see a column 4 win. Actually,
I think they're nervous. We'll see. Yeah, it actually might be just column 4.
column 1 can actually be spooky. Yeah, you're right, Python. If you do the CG2 shade skip.
Yeah, I think this is definitely, yeah, I agree. Column 1. No, column 4, column 4, column 4. Because I think they're realizing that now. They're gonna do the.
Yeah, this is gonna be a column 4 versus column 1 race, but I think it's not gonna be that close. Because failed champion with Shaman Stone Shade Soul.
Should not be a problem for Quado, but
Yeah.
we've watched a lot of failed champion deaths in bingo so far. At least I have.
Yes.
Okay, Marclap. They're very undecided.
I hope we're not getting C-Dash.
This might be.
Actually,
This might
you do need
be a
C-Dash for
CG2 shade
ultimates.
skip angle. Wait, well, I don't know.
Absolutely, it has to be a CG2 shade skip angle.
I don't think there's anything else. I think that's the best thing to do at this point for them.
Yeah, you do need C-Dash for Mimics. Unless you decide to do Colosseum 2.
That is true. They could decide to do Coliseum 2. I think the game will be over by the time they enter Coliseum 2, but.
Oh, absolutely, but it could be funny. Yeah, I mean, failed champion, I don't think that, Marclap might find it difficult to do failed champion with just Shaman Stone VS. I think we are looking at a CG2 shade skip, actually.
Yep. I approve. I approve. I don't know how experienced they are with it, but I would be very impressed if they got it. That's the content we
That's true.
need.
We do have wraiths as well,
That is
which makes
true.
it a lot easier to not hit the shade, especially if you lure it out of the arena beforehand.
True.
Which is the tech that you should be using. I hope that Marclap knows that tech.
Okay. They're probably like, it's over. But
Oh, it is over, but it'd be nice to see a CG2 shade skip.
okay.
As long
We're
as we don't
healing
die
one.
here.
Yeah, we don't want to die on the way to CG2. That CG1. That would be bad.
Okay.
But they have tanked a lot of health, so they should be good for the shade skip. They can just go in and die. You can just die to CG1. You don't have to die in a particular spot, right?
Yeah, you just die to CG1 anywhere.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, column 4 was really hard to contest once 2 Soul Warriors and 5 Hellenist Seals was done.
Yeah, I think we mentioned.
Especially in Marclap's position.
I think we mentioned in Dirtmouth. We mentioned in KP about Give Divine a Charm and Fragile Heart, Greed, and Strength being in the same column.
Yeah, that's very strong. And it does look like we are going for that CG2 shade skip. We just need to pull it off. And I mean, doing CG2 as well.
That's true.
Which can be scary. Accidental trans dash.
We have both players pressuring their own lines, and this is great.
This is great. Quato learned not to major glitch at False Knight. True. We've seen a little bit of Quato trying to hit failed champion or False Knight through the roof, and it looks like we are doing the correct setup.
Oh man, I approve. So many times I've seen it done where they have done the shit.
Using VS.
I've once watched Cyclone do it with the shade in there with him.
Yeah, that's terrible. I would never Oh, we killed the shade.
Oh, that's so rough. Okay, they have to die. Oh, that was so sad. But
Yeah, you need to not use VS there. That being said, I think by the time we get back, Quado's gonna be done.
yeah.
Unless we see like 20 failed champion deaths.
Okay. Making our Marclap is making their way back up to CG2, and Quado is on 2 health, but
There
they
we go,
can
first stagger.
that was their first stagger. Okay.
Yes. To be fair, I think after the first stagger, we're pretty good.
Okay, we're gonna try the CG2 saves up again, luring the shade to the right.
And then making sure that we use wraiths instead of VS.
Yeah, I think it must have been race. They must have, I think, used Vengeful Spirit.
Missed input,
But
maybe.
yeah, I must say, yeah.
We're doing it, and we did it.
So
CG1 is
many.
dead. Now we need to do CG2, and not die to the shade.
Yeah. You might want to actually heal. Honestly, I don't hate benching here.
Yeah, I like benching here.
Because you need mimics anyway for your line. We're
Okay,
at 2
well, we're at
health,
CG2 now.
and we do not have any
I
other
think he's
tries.
proud of doing it.
Yeah, well, they tried. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see
it's
if
done.
players want interviews. I assume they want interviews. Otherwise, they're still here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ask Tim before I drag them in. Okay, dragging them in now. Congratulations, Quado, for winning the match, and good job, Marclap. You played you made it a very fun match to watch for sure.
And congratulations on the CG2 shade skip as well.
And congratulations
Thank you.
on
Thank you.
you almost yeah. We were really enjoying the column 1 pressure that you were.
I was kind of sad that I killed Fail Champ like right before we got to see the CG2 fight. That would be
Yeah.
nice to see. I denied the people of content, but also I did a fair bit of trolling myself, so that was fun to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, that you want to talk about Crystal Peak?
Yeah.
No, it was
No.
funny. I was like wasn't focused on the game at all. I was just like looking at the board, like chilling. It's like, oh yeah, I've never died in like the Crystal Heart room. It's been like years since I have, and then suddenly I'm just like gonna die, and I'm like, oh, oops.
I wonder who you were the hand for when you died in Crystal Peaks. I don't have memories. Okay. But yeah, was it column 4 from the beginning, or did you just see an opportunity and go for it?
No, it wasn't. I was just like getting goals, and like I was definitely looking towards row 4, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
row
hoping
3?
to like, yeah, I was hoping to put pressure on row 3 and row 4, and then like do like love key into Galeon, and then get like a bunch of goals. But then Galeon was marked, so I was like, oh well, I'll just do. I was gonna do L2 as well, but then I was like, yeah, I can just win with column 4. So really understop.
Marclap, what were your thoughts? We really were liking your prep on column 1. Marclap, are you there?
I don't understand, sorry, but I see that Quato is made row 3. I go for 0 for block.
Yeah.
And I see I do it column 1.
for this, I go to deepness first that C dash, but connect to goals. But I see the Quato is give divine charm. I say myself I lost, but I gonna do it check the skip for fun.
Yeah, and I mean, you did do it. It was good.
You did do it. Yeah, I don't know if CG2 would have been interesting on the one life.
2 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're still proud of you.
Yeah, in your position, I actually really liked going straight to deep nest instead of trying to do C dash.
Yeah. I liked it too.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Did you forget about was Quado, when you went into 1500 G in the bank, did you forget about it the first time, or did you just want to prioritize CT1 and kill Myla?
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of forget about it, but I was just like
Okay,
trying to
okay.
focus on getting CG1 Myla.
Fair enough.
So I didn't
fair
mind
enough.
forgetting it, and then I was like, oh, I can still get it. 'cause-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other last comments on the match?
This is probably the most like line pressure board I've seen. Like at least I've
Yeah,
had.
There's a
lot
lot
of
of
the
pressure you
boards.
can put on lines.
Yeah, a lot of the boards don't have very good lines, but this one had like at least like 4 good lines. I would say like column 1, column 4, row 3 were like all like pretty good lines.
We also noticed that there is not a single line on this board that doesn't require Dream Nail.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Dream Nail was really good this board.
Okay.
Quato is so fast for me.
Yeah, Quado is very fast.
Quado's too fast for
Very
most
understandable. But we'll see. Quado will be going in to the winners bracket, and they will play the winner of the Python versus Homothety match.
Oh, I
And
don't think I think I have a match between that, don't I? I'm playing like gold.
I think it's Quado versus Golb, isn't it?
No, okay,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
never mind. Never mind. I definitely misread it.
That's
Python
fast.
will be playing Gob, and Marclap, you will be playing. I think you will be playing Alpha.
Alpha. Yeah.
Okay. So I wish both of you all good luck in your future matches. Oh, sorry, Gob ignored. No, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Or Golb.
I'm so sorry, Gob. Oh gosh, I'm
Python
so
is so
sorry.
mean.
Yeah, thank you. Let's
Anyway, well played, well played.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna end stream now. There is a match tomorrow. I think in like 14 hours or something. But you can check the Hollow Knight website for the complete schedule of all the matches that will be streamed on Hollow Knight Community. Goodbye.